this much of a result. Oh, GTI! If I floor it, it'll... Oh man. Yo. Alright, you guys. Well, as you guys can see before your very eyes, we are driving in a bit of a blizzard. This is probably the most aggressive storm we've had all winter, and I think it's probably going to be the worst one we have just because of how late in the season it is. A couple storms here and there, but this storm is pretty much the worst I've seen it. But I just wanted to get the camera going. First and foremost, it's been a little bit. I do apologize. We've had some delays with everything, but I've been finally getting back to everybody. We have some new products, you name it, coming to the car. I'm very excited to share that with you guys shortly, but anyway, I figured I was gonna pull out the camera and film what my kind of just with living with a Stage 2 Golf R in the New England winter is like. We don't have the worst winter in the entire universe. It's really not even that bad here at all. I grew up in the the northern part of New Hampshire where it's a little bit worse, but not significantly worse. It's just worse. And yeah, so I'm used to driving in the snow. I mean, I had a GTI before that. I drove that thing in all seasons. That car would have been perfectly fine in the wintertime with winter tires, realistically, but yeah, I ended up making the switch to the Golf R because of the all-wheel drive, and I'm on all seasons in the Golf R, and it's all you need. This Jeep behind me is trying anything he can to be in front of me because I am going a little slow, but so is every car in front of me, so, you know, whatever, deal with it. One of the things that I noticed right off the bat with driving this car now versus when it was stock is just all of the torque, and holy crap, there's a lot of it. It doesn't take much throttle to get it unhappy. However, the traction control will always be there to save you, and you'll never have to worry about much. With traction off, and I'm talking fully off, I'm talking stability control as well. In fact, guys, check this out. Ready? I did like a really last minute turn, but you guys see this hill right here? Oh, pipe down, you. Look at this. I actually wasn't expecting this much of a result. Oh, GTI! That's kind of funny. It just climbs it. It goes and it goes. You guys, did you just see that hill we just conquered? Unbelievable. So the traction's not an issue. The only issue I have, and this is unrelated to the tune with this car, is the parking sensors. When they get frozen on, like the ice just accumulates, of course. It's just sensor. It's the beeping, consistent beeping the entire time. It drives me absolute bonkers. So that's the only thing I have to complain about this car in the wintertime is when that freezes. But that's pretty much happened every single storm, so I'm kind of used to it. You can defeat it just by pressing the button, but you have to keep pressing the button. I'm sure there's a setting I can change, but as far as I know, that button is my only saving grace, and just have to deal with it. Check this storm out. Look at that. It's not too bad. It's not the worst thing in the world. There are a fair amount of other cars on the road, and given the time frame, I actually got out of work at 4 o'clock, and I was just planning on shooting a video. I actually forgot my GoPro too, so I was going to do this on a GoPro, which I think is a little bit more entertaining for some of you guys, but I think this camera does really well in low light, so given the time, the sun's obviously setting, and, well, what sun? I don't see any sun, but it's getting dark, and this camera does a little bit better, so. The tires of choice, I know I probably have been bouncing around as far as topics in this video, but tire of choice is Continental DWS06 Pluses in the front, and actually the standard ones in the rear, because I ended up bending a wheel back in April or March, one of those fine months, and see what I'm talking about? Very vocal today. And I'm driving in manual mode and in race mode. How cool does that get? I mean, like, I love this car. It's so much fun. It's literally it's the best daily driver for the price. I don't want to hear it. I mean, yeah, there are front wheel drive cars that, in my opinion, are cooler. The Golf R is kind of like a no-brainer if you're looking for something that just like does it all. But there are some sneaky front wheel drive cars that are sweet. I mean, I'd go back to a GTI, I would. But for me, with a performance standpoint, I'm so sick of just going through tires. I'm sick of not being able to put the power down. That's my primary reason of doing the upgrade. But I mean, I'm not complaining. I don't have an issue getting up and going. I would have not made it up that hill in the GTI, I'll tell you that thing. That's the only thing that I would be like, I don't think the GTI would do that. Even on the right tires, I think that would have been a force. But yeah, I guess for like the extra security, get the Golf R. I'm not talking about truly, really performance per se, but I'm really talking about just weather, winter, blah, blah, blah. It's the whole point of the video, but I think I've made enough videos comparing GTI to R, and the comment section is a place to be for those videos. Holy guacamole. I don't think there's a right thing to say on the internet about Golf R versus GTI. I have my own opinion and I'll never change my opinion, but I think the Golf R is a great upgrade. I really do, and it's super nice to have all-wheel drive, or sorry, Haldex all-wheel drive for the winter time. But guys, the Golf R, it does a fantastic job, and again, the tune doesn't really make too much of a difference. You just have to be a little more careful with the throttle. That's kind of a no-brainer. But check this out. Oh my god, I'm so sick to death of hearing you. But look at the lights. It's so dark in Dover. I don't think I've ever seen it this way. Which leads me to believe when I get home there will be no power. If I do have power, I'm gonna hold myself accountable. I will 100% get this video going for you guys and share it with you guys. Hopefully tomorrow is my assumption. Mark my word, you can get these things sideways. Oh, it sounds so good. For those of you who do follow my Instagram, you would know that I did turn off my crackle tune as a little bit of a, maybe we'll call it pay it forward, but realistically it was just 2023 new me, and I wanted to turn it off because I've always had crackle tune. My stage 2 cars have always crackled, and I want to kind of get over that. But I did end up turning them back on because I was super bored of driving without them. I'm gonna end up turning them back off because it just promotes such bad habits when I'm driving. I mean, I literally cruise at like 3 to 4K, which is fine, but I'd rather not do that for fuel consumption purposes and for wear and tear on my engine. There's no need for my engine to just be revving at that RPM. If I floor it, it'll... That was just spinning, all fours. It's entertaining, it really is, but it's also slightly dangerous, and for those of you who've never done that before, I don't urge you to go outside during a winter storm and do it. It took me so much time to learn oversteer, and it's a great thing to learn, obviously in like an empty parking lot during a snowy day maybe, just so you can learn obviously car control if you're not used to the New England area. But I don't recommend going out there and forcefully, you know, swinging your car. I don't know. To each his own, but anyway, it is getting really dark. I don't know if you guys can see me all too well, but anyway, I'm probably gonna end it there. I do appreciate all of you guys for supporting me, and obviously 2023 is a year of hopefully 10,000 subscribers, so I'm looking forward to that. And I have the new wheels coming on, not as soon as I thought, actually. I was planning on throwing those on ASAP. I still have to actually mount the tires, but the guy's coming, I think, tomorrow now, or probably not. I hope he doesn't come tomorrow because the weather's crap, but still, it's still gonna be like really crappy outside, but oh man, yo. Oh, an Atlas, a Volkswagen Atlas almost went into the Golf R. This car stopped in time, not him. Yeah, I think I'm taking the freaking Golf R over the Atlas any day. Those Atlases are, in my opinion, ugly. They will not age very well. It looks like a 10-year-old car to begin with. I digress. I do appreciate you guys for watching and staying tuned to all of this, well, whatever it is that I do on this channel. But yeah, thank you guys again for watching, and I'll catch you guys in the next one. Peace.